upgrade for both the Mutas and the Hydras at this point. So it looks like Jaedong's going for the upgrade game as well, and that's going to be maybe a neutralizer against Flash's upgraded Goliaths. Once Hydralisks are fully upgraded, they'll be able to do a significant amount of damage versus Goliaths against Hydras, although Goliaths can do pretty good damage against Hydras as well, so we'll see what happens. And now a lot of Hydralisks heading out for Jaedong, at least 2 control groups, along with the full control group of Mutas. And so what he's going to do is distract at the top base with the Mutas and probably hit the front with the Hydras. I don't know if Flash is going to fall for this. I don't know if he has scan yet. Yeah, he's got scan. So, and all of a sudden we see that he's blocking his entrance a bit with another new building, another hatchery going down for Jaedong. That looks like a 5th or 6th hatchery at this point. 6th hatchery, if I have my counting right. And I think we're going to see, yeah, there we go. Hydras are going to outrange those Goliaths and take out that barracks in 2 seconds. Wow. And a couple supply depots to boot. So now we're going to see these Hydralisks just picking off the front as the Mutalisks try to harass in the back, as you see right there. And a ton of Goliaths and turrets, though, so those Mutas are a little bit outclassed. So he is probably going to have to force some more tech, Jaedong that is. And that was a command center he was building. I couldn't tell what building that was. He's going to also have to make a new barracks at this point because he lost his, so he can't make any new factories. And scan going down to see where Jaedong may have expansions. And I don't know if he scanned the bottom left, to be honest. He may or may not have. I'm sure he will soon, but he hasn't yet, it looks like. So Jaedong may still have that one under wraps. And to be honest, Flash is pretty contained in his base right now. I'm sure he'll push out shortly when he gets a couple more tanks. And here we see Hive going down finally. Well, maybe not finally. He actually did a really good job with his other tech, so I can't say finally. I just expected it a little sooner. So we'll see what he decides to go with that tech. I mean, there's a lot of options. I mean, Ultralisks could potentially do well. Hydras and Defilers could do well. Guards could do well. This is an endless amount of possibilities once he gets Hive up, what he can go against this. So I don't think Flash really knows what to expect either, for that matter. Another drone out. Wow, that is a lot of Mutas. That is a lot of Mutas. And they're upgraded too. So, I really don't know where he's going to go. He's got a lot of Hydras too. So now we see Flash pushing out, but I think that Jaedong may be prepared for this with the amount of freaking Mutas that he's got. Wow. A couple Scourges out too. Not sure why. Well, Science Vessels, of course, but gotta be careful. He's going to get hit. His Hydras whacked right there, which he does. And Scourges looks like they're just out there to scout around. A little bit of an expensive scout, but not too big of a deal, really. At 75 gas, could have just used the Muta. Well, no, that's not true. So here we see double evolution chambers and greater spire going. So what he's going to have to do is basically delay as long as he can, and he's going to do that with a control group of Mutas that have at least 1-1 upgrade, maybe 2-1. It's hard for me to tell on the screen, and I think he's got 2-1 or 2-2 on his Hydras as well. So these upgrades are pretty heavy on both ends. I think that the tech units are also pretty upgraded, and he's got to delay for that spire to come down. Once he gets those guards, he'll be in a pretty good position to fight, and there is the spire. So there we see 12 guards morphing in right there. Well, maybe not 12, but close to 12. And then the other group is going to harass because he has to delay. He's got to get those going. And what he's doing is just going to harass that new expansion that's gone up. And that's a lot of Goliaths. Wow. And here we're going to see the power of the Goliath tank build. Can they really face up against guards? I don't know. I mean, certainly they can do a lot of damage to air units, especially with Terran boosters. But guards and Hydras, this is going to be interesting. I'm very still a ton of Mutas. Wow. So here we go. Here are the guards, and they're going to just rip up these SCVs, and they're just going to get pulled back and lifted off. So this is so he can get Goliaths back there to fight off those Mutas. Those guards, I should say. But Flash in a bit of trouble here. It looks like he's going to push towards Jaedong's base at this point. But Jaedong, I think, is prepared for this with a lot of different units ready to go. Mutas, Hydras, guards. That is a ton of Mutas. Wow. And I don't know what the upgrades are on them, but I'm pretty sure they're at least 1-2 or 2-2. And Gar's just going to bang on those Goliaths from the ledge. But again, look, these Goliaths are going to be able to take them down. And a ton of mutas going in, a ton of Hydras, and the mutas pushing back and forth, kind of doing a just distract and attack. But I don't know if this is going to work. I think the Goliath tank is going to succeed in this. Wow. I'm in awe. I can't believe how many Goliaths, just took out how many units. I mean, that was a ton of muta, a ton of guards, and a ton of Hydra. And I do not see any easy defense or attack or counter to this. And there's just so many tanks there, and those Goliaths are ripping apart those mutas, and the tanks are ripping apart the Hydras, and Jaedong is in a lot of trouble, actually. I think he's going to lose this match. He doesn't have any guards left. I don't know if he can even morph the guards at this point. I'm sure, obviously he can morph the guards. I don't know if he's got the gas to morph the guards, is what I meant to say. And now, just sending in these muta out of desperation to stop this attack. And he doesn't really have much at all. He's lost all. He had a ton of units and he lost them all to this attack of. He's not even sieging. Flash is in siege at this point. He's just brute forcing his way through. He's going to take out that expansion with no problem. Jaedong, though, still has 2 more expansions up and running, so he may be able to stay in this. But he's really going to need guards in order to do so, or ultras or something. I really don't know what he's going to be able to go here. And again, that hive is ready, so he can easily switch to something else. I think he really does need something like Defiler's Den and ultras to fight against it, because those Goliaths upgraded are just doing so much damage to both air and ground. I mean, and these tanks are taking care of everything else. And Jaedong is in danger of losing Hive Tech here. And once he loses Hive Tech, he's pretty much guaranteed to lose this game, because Hive Tech takes a long time to get to, and it's a very costly thing to lose. So, Jaedong just kind of squandering his muta into a group of, and there we see Jaedong's face. He's kind of at a loss for words, I'm sure. He probably cannot figure out how to beat this tactic. Flash doing a great job. So I'm going to say this is Flash's build right now, because he is murdering this build. He just does a great job with it. And wow, he only has 2 expansions, but the amount of Goliaths that he's produced, Goliaths and tanks that he's produced out of this is wild. And I don't know if he's 3-3. He may be 3-3 upgraded as well. And he just pushed right through all those units. Wow. I can't even believe that. So finding another expansion is Flash. Jaedong's out of this game. That's it. He might as well just GG, because he's got expansions. Yeah, that's great, but he's got no units to fight these expansions. And Flash, look at him. I think he knows he's won. He looks pretty calm and just slowly sending the lights to each expansion. And Jaedong's got nothing. Jaedong, I'm surprised. I'm really surprised he hasn't GG'd at this point. He's losing 3 bases at once, and yet he's still trying to put up a bit of a fight. I'm not quite sure why. I think he's definitely disappointed he's lost this game. Sporting Pool going down. He's that far behind. I mean, that is a ton of units heading off to his last base. And Jaedong, again, he's got nothing, but not leaving the game, staying into the end. Admirable, maybe. Annoying, probably. So that's it for Jaedong. The rivalry continues. Jaedong winning the last match, Flash winning this one. Jaedong finally GG's, and looking a little disappointed there. So really, Flash happy. I mean, Flash has got to be one of the few guys that is putting up a fight against Jaedong. But I would like to point out the fact that he's beating him on Katrina more often than not, and Katrina definitely imbalanced towards Zerg. Jaedong a little disappointed. He's going to go back to that. I bet he tries something like an Ultraless build next time against the Goliath tank. This is the only thing I see working. I hope you guys enjoyed that, and